If you're looking to get an edge on your competition, or you're looking to better understand what your market actually wants, and ultimately just want to be more successful with your Facebook ads, in today's video, I'm going to showcase the #1 app that our team uses to consistently beat our competitors and generate millions of dollars a month for our clients. What's going on, everyone? It's Spencer here, and if you're new to the channel, I run a growth-focused agency by the name of Easy A Media, where we help multiple 6- and 7-figure Shopify brands scale their sales profitably. So what is this magical app that we're using to beat our competitors? It's something called Foreplay.co. And before you think, oh, I've used that before, it's a whatever kind of tool, I'd be willing to bet that you've been using it wrong the entire time. Because the truth is, majority of people use it the wrong way. Most people use it as a tool to see exactly what their competitors are doing and just copying their ads. Now, don't get me wrong, we have had some times where we've just simply mimicked ads of the competition and we've gotten some kind of success, but it has never been a long-term sustainable ad that has gone on to scale our brands further, which at the end of the day is what we're really trying to do here. So rather than using it the way that majority of people use it, in today's video, I'm going to show you the way that elite marketers use this tool to generate millions of dollars a month in sales and, of course, absolutely crush our competition. Let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so as I mentioned at the beginning, the tool that we're going to be talking about here is called Foreplay. It's the complete winning ad workflow. And to be honest, Foreplay is an incredible tool and it has a ton of different features. It actually gives you the ability to not just save ads, but also write briefs and use AI. It's a pretty intense tool. But to be honest, the main way that we actually use Foreplay is just to kind of save ads and create swipe files. Now, if you do not have Foreplay, it starts at about $49 per month, which is also going to be super affordable for what I'm about to show you. So what is it exactly that we are doing on Foreplay that is so special and so different from everybody else compared to just, copying ads or linking it to our video editors, for instance? The thing that we do differently is that we use Foreplay to understand the sophistication levels of our market. Now, what the heck are sophistication levels? Well, if you've never read the book Breakthrough Advertising by Eugene Schwartz, I've brought it up a couple of times before, but in that book, he talks about something called market sophistication. And in case you don't know who Eugene Schwartz is, he's one of the best marketers that ever lived. So the guy knows a thing or two about marketing. And like I said, one of the core things that he talks about in that book is something called market sophistication, which basically means how many times people have seen your messaging or heard your claims before. So rather than using Foreplay as a tool to copy the link and send to your video editor or send to your creative team and say, make this ad, what you want to do is use Foreplay to actually understand the sophistication level in your market. Now, why the heck do we care about this? Well, if we actually understand what is going on in the market and exactly what our ideal customer is seeing, that gives us a massive advantage in regards to the ads that we put out into the market to really make ourselves stand out. Because at the end of the day, if you understand the promises that your ideal customers are being told, you understand the visuals that they're seeing on a daily basis, you understand the messaging that they're seeing, that is a massive advantage for you to then take that information and know how to actually stand out. Because if you don't understand what your customers are seeing, or you just continue to copy exactly what your competition is doing, you are going to blend in with everybody else and you're not actually going to be able to win over market share. If you can win over more market share, that means a lot more sales. So to give you an example here, this is actually a board that we put together for our client over at Lifein. And I talk about these guys all the time. In this board specifically, what I actually did was put together just a bunch of different ads from doing research, which again, if you're not doing research is the most important part of a successful Facebook ad campaign. So please go and do more research. But what I actually did here is during my research process, I made a list of all the different competitors that are in our market. And I simply went to their ad libraries and started saving, as you can see, Foreplay so nicely does for you, saving these ads to my Foreplay board in order to build basically a massive board of exactly what my potential customer is seeing. And something that you can do as well is also just search up your product in the search bar of the ad library. And again, just start saving any ads around your specific product, and you are going to get a pretty good understanding of anybody that's in the market for a hairdryer, exactly what they're seeing. And as you can see, there's over 40,000 results here. So this is a pretty sophisticated market. And if I'm going to have success in this market, I better have a pretty good idea of what the heck is going on. So going back to Foreplay, as you can see, my whole goal is to start to scroll through some of these ads to, again, just get a better understanding of what are my potential customers seeing? What do the ads look like? What's the messaging? And to be honest, one of the biggest things that we learned from actually doing this exercise for this client is some of the repetitive messaging that we thought was unique to us, but clearly wasn't. One of the biggest things was this fast speed with no damage. Hymo Beauty was using that. Another one here by T3, fast frizz-free drying with less damage. Another ad here by Dyson, reduce flyaways with no extreme heat. So as you can see, that messaging that we thought was unique to us was really becoming pretty overdone in the market, which kind of led to us thinking, wow, we really need to reposition the way that we're advertising ourselves because we're just blending in with everybody else. And another really great thing that you can do, and I'm not sure if you noticed this, but we're actually going to go through and add some ads that deliver the dream outcome or the main desire that aren't even with the same product. One of the main kind of outcomes that our potential customers are looking for is, shinier, smoother looking hair. And a hair dryer is not the only way to get that. As you can see, there's certain serums, there's certain towels, there's all different types of mechanisms, also known as products, of how to actually get the outcome that our potential customers are looking for. I want to push you to really dive deeper and understand what is going through their mind. Because at the end of the day, I've said this many times before, I'll continue to say it because it's that true. The brands that understand their customers the best will always win. If you're willing to take the time to basically create a mood board, quite literally put yourself in the shoes of your ideal customer to better understand exactly what they're going through and exactly what they're seeing, that is going to give you a massive edge in regards to what kind of ads that you need to create to stand out and actually separate yourself in the market. So that is essentially the strategy. That is how we are leveraging Foreplay to better understand what our market is seeing and of course, better understand our customer, look for trends of what people are talking about, look for ways that we can position ourselves as something that is unique in the market rather than just doing what everybody else is doing. Now, a couple of pro tips for you here is if you actually want to use Foreplay to better understand what the best performing ads are, once you create this board, you're gonna go ahead and click sort by up here and you're gonna click longest running. And then from there, what I like to do is I like to go down into the filters tab and click status and select still running. So what this will actually do is this will give me an idea of what is doing the best in the market right now and what has been doing the best in the market for a long time. This ad by Pros right here has been running for 1,160 days. Now, whoever made this ad is an absolute savage, but this is clearly something that is resonating really well with the market. So in this instance, what I might actually do is rather than copying the ad, take a deeper look at the messaging on this ad and try to find a way to uniquely position ourselves while still going after this core desire, which is obviously the idea of perfect curls. So whether you've never used Foreplay before or you consider yourself a Foreplay expert, using Foreplay in this way to better understand what your market is seeing compared to just copying your competition is far more powerful, and I can almost guarantee will lead to much better results. But the thing is you have to take the time to actually dive deep into it. It's so much easier to just click the link and send the ad over to your creative team than it is to actually sit down, go through every single one of your competitors' ads, look for common traits, look for commonalities and visuals, better understand what's performing and better understand what's not. But at the end of the day, that extra work that you put in to better understand your customer will show in the ads that you create and will ultimately help you create way better Facebook ads and beat your competition. But if you've made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's video. All I ask at the end of each video is that if you enjoyed, to click the share button down below and send it to someone else who you also think could get value. And if you do happen to have a multiple 6 or 7-figure Shopify brand and you're looking for the help of a growth focused agency, I'd highly recommend for you to grab a time with me down below and get a custom action plan from my team. As always, thank you again for taking the time to watch this week's video, and I'll see you next week.